Hello, my name is Kelsey Browinghoff, and I'm an occupational safety consultant with the Wisconsin Safety and Health Consultation Program. Today's presentation is on ladderway fall protection requirements. OSHA addresses ladderway fall protection in 1910.28B3IV, which states that each employee is protected from falling into a ladderway floor hole or ladderway platform hole by a guardrail system except at the entrance to the hole, where a self-closing gate or an offset must be used. Examples of where ladderways may be found in a facility include upper mezzanines, machinery equipment platform stands, or catwalks. Looking at these options more closely, self-closing gates automatically swing or slide back into a closed position when the opening is not being used for access. Typically, gates will swing away from the ladder so that when standing on the ladder, the user does not have to maneuver around an open gate, and protects employees from accidentally walking or falling into the ladderway opening. Since the gates are required to be self-closing, there is no action required to be taken by the user. The other option is an offset, which, unlike a gate, does not provide a physical barrier at the point of entry. However, an offset is designed to prevent a person from unintentionally falling into a ladderway by designating a specific area to enter the ladder. The idea is that the user would need to make a conscious decision to enter the offset and move over to the ladderway. According to 1910.29B13I, when guardrails are used around holes that serve as a point of access, they must have a self-closing gate equipped with a top rail and mid-rail that meets the definition of a guardrail system. Guardrail systems must have a top edge height of 42 inches plus or minus 3 inches and a mid-rail installed at 21 inches or halfway in between. Guardrails must also be able to withstand a force of at least 200 pounds applied in a downward and outward direction, and mid-rails must withstand a force of at least 150 pounds. If the guardrail system opening is not provided with a self-closing gate meeting this definition, then an offset may be used as an alternative. What about the use of chains? Chains used across ladderway openings has been a common industry practice, but may not always provide the best option for fall protection. Problems occur when S-hook type chains are used, which could come loose, or workers failing to rehook the chains after ascending or descending the ladder. An unhooked chain lying near a roof or platform edge could pose as a potential trip hazard for nearby workers. In addition, chains may not meet the definition of a guardrail system as previously described. A single chain does not have the necessary mid-rail requirements halfway in between. Double chains may not always meet the force requirements of 200 pounds or 150 for the mid-rail. Is it a plastic chain? Has it been tested against the required strength? Lastly, chains are not self-closing as required by the 1910.29B13 standard and are dependent on the user's action to rehook the chains in order to be effective. The Walking Working Surfaces Standard was updated in 2016 and went into effect in 2017. In the published Federal Register regarding the updated standard, OSHA addresses the use of double chains and state that they believe chains are less protective than self-closing gates or offsets and do not permit employers to use double chains in place of these other methods. They describe risks associated with chains, stating some workers may fail or forget to reattach chains, exposing them and nearby workers to fall hazards, or risk falling backward into the hole if having to turn away from the hole to reattach the chains when climbing down. Because of these reasons, OSHA believes that double chains do not fully protect workers from falls at hole entrances and has adopted the existing requirements that entrances to ladderway floor and platform holes have a self-closing gate or be offset to prevent workers from falling. A link to the publication is provided at the bottom of the slide for more information on the subject.